This is Project Japan, a map mod that many players consider one of the most detailed ever made for ETS2. Today, I'm going to show you how it drives, what makes it unique, and give you a short history of how this project came to life. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we hit the road today, before we make our way out of this parking lot, I wanted to give you a backstory, just some details about this project and how it came to be what it is today. Project Japan is a completely fan-made map. It started back in 2017 with the initial creator who began building this back in 2017, and it started with a small region in central Japan. A couple of years later, when he stepped away, a Japanese team picked it up and carried the project forward. And what we're driving through today is the result of years of that community combined effort. A map that I believe it's grown far beyond its original starting point. Now that we're on the main road, I can safely say that this is pretty much where Project Japan started to grow on me, and it really started to show what it's all about. The way everything is placed, the signage, the buildings, even the small details around the roadside, it just feels like Japan, and honestly, it's close to what you see in the movies. Driving here though is a challenge. First, you're on the left side of the road, and the truck cab is right-hand drive, so it takes a bit of time to adjust. And then there's the roads themselves. They're pretty narrow, as you can see, very tight, and for the big part of this trip, I felt like I was barely squeezing my way through. Add the incoming traffic to that, and you're constantly paying attention. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean this in a positive way. A lot of people tell me ETS2 feels too easy after a while. I kept saying a lot of comments from people wishing the game would be more challenging, and well, this map would bring a challenge, and it's definitely not boring. Every kilometer demands a certain level of focus from what I've seen, and it might be easier if you're used to driving on the left lane, but at least to me it was definitely a challenge, and yeah, that's what makes this refreshing to begin with. And if the gameplay isn't boring, the visuals definitely aren't either. Just look around, the landscapes are stunning, simply. You can't tell me otherwise. The transition from leaving a small town into an open countryside and then back onto these organized modern road networks just feels right in my opinion. Granted, I've never been to Japan, but from the little I've seen online, they pretty much hit the spot. Now, the textures are very sharp, and the assets are placed with care. Everything looks like it belongs, nothing feels rushed or out of place, which really sells the atmosphere. And for those of you who like seasonal variety, I have a big surprise. Apparently, this mod works with the Frosty winter mod. That means you can experience snowy Japanese roads in the winter. I might actually save that for a future video when the season fits the mood. But just knowing that the option is there makes this world feel even more alive. Now, after I spent quite a bit of time driving, and I can kind of say that I got used to the game and the left lane, I was starting to really enjoy it. And a very pleasant change of weather was really the cherry on top here. Paired with the SnowyMoon's lighting improvements V2, which I'm currently using, it just takes everything to a whole different level. And just take a look for yourself, look at the raindrops, look at the reflections, the lighting, the weather, the Japanese background. To me, this is the best rainy drive I've had in any vanilla or modded maps. And I know I probably sound a bit dramatic here, but for a moment I actually forgot I was filming a video. I was just driving fully immersed, and I feel like I was out there on the road. That's when you realize how much this mod can actually pull you in. If not just for the map itself, also with the right pairing of mods and graphic settings. It's one of those little moments where ETS2 feels completely fresh again. Now, one thing that I did not expect about the map was the scale. Honestly, I thought I was in it for a short drive, but I ended up driving all night, and by the time I reached the delivery point, the sun was up and it was pretty much daylight again. And that's the kind of detail that can easily go unnoticed. That's why I wanted to emphasize it. I just assumed it's another small fan project, but trust me, there's plenty of distance here. The kilometers easily add up, and before you know it, you've covered an entire night's drive. That's at least my case, and I don't regret it, but I wished it was daylight so I can actually see more of the country. That's what makes this map stand out. It's not just a showcase of detail, it's a place where you can actually put in the miles. And to be mindful of your time, that pretty much wraps up my journey across Project Japan. From its roots back in 2017, starting as a small fan project, to what it's become today, it's clear that this mod has been built with passion and dedication. Every step of the way, massive respect, and hats off to everyone who's been involved in keeping it alive and pushing it forward. If you enjoyed this drive, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out for future runs. I've got plenty of ETS2 and ATS content on the way, and let me know in the comments where in Japan would you like me to go next. Thank you for watching, and as always, until the next time, stay safe on the road and keep on trucking. Cheers.